Today is probably like the best feeling day that we've had in a very long time. I really like today, and today is a good day to teach y'all how to skate. So a couple weeks ago, or a couple days ago, don't really remember when, someone asked how to basically start skating. So I'm gonna actually help teach y'all. I know a lot of y'all that watch my videos probably already know how, but those of you that do not, here is going to be basically a good video showing you how to start skating or how to get into skating in general. There's not gonna be a whole lot to this video, so I hope you enjoy. I can't remember who asked me to make this video, but I will look it up here in a little bit when I get home, and I'll include you probably right here or over here on the screen. That way I can shout you out, because thank you for giving me a video idea. I hope this helps you out a lot. I know beginning to skate is really hard at first. Whenever I was really little, I actually used to sit down on the board, but now that I've been doing it for so long, it's second nature for me to kind of just do what I want with the board. Everything takes practice, so eventually you will get good at this. Just again, like my kickflip and how to heel flip video, practice, because practice makes perfect. But let's go ahead and get started on the basics. Okay, to start off, when you first want to learn how to start skating, you want to go ahead and put your board with your wheels in a crack, either that way or this way, whichever way like keeps you from rolling. You can also put it in grass too. Grass works really well. I'll show you what that looks like. There's your board in grass. That's literally what it's gonna look like. And then you're just gonna kind of hop on it. But I'm gonna use a crack as my example because that's gonna be a little bit easier for my demonstration. Have your wheels kind of locked so it's not gonna roll from you. And what you wanna do is you wanna figure out your stance first. Some people ride regular, which is this direction with your left foot forwards. And this is the stance that I ride. Other people ride goofy, which is with your right foot forwards, and it's like this. You want to figure out which way is more comfortable for you, and it takes a little bit of practice doing that, but the easiest way to figure out what's more comfortable is just kind of stand on it and feel the board, and you're going to be going that direction. So this is forward for me, so I'm going to be going this way, and if it feels more comfortable to go regular, then you're regular. If it feels more comfortable to go goofy like this, then you're goofy. Now that you figured out your stance with the board, I'm just gonna show you regular because that's what I am. But now that you figured out your stance, I'm gonna teach you a couple ways to get your balance down. This one's probably better off if you practice in grass because the crack, you can fall out of it every now and then. So I'll just show you on grass what it's gonna look like. But the next step is just creating your balance. So first step, find out what stance you are. Second step, find your balance. Balance is key to this, or key to riding in general. You will be terrible with balance at the start. Not everybody is like that, but most people are pretty terrible with balance at the beginning. Once you start rolling and practicing and pushing and stuff like that, then you will get better. But it takes a while to actually be balanced on the board because it's a whole different feeling from walking and your daily routine that most people do. But eventually you'll be able to do it. Like I said, I used to sit down on my board, and that was kind of embarrassing because I did that when I was really little. But if that's what you need to do to start off to learn balance, you know, do your thing. Sitting on the board will help kind of figure out your balance, but not as much as standing on the board. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the grass scenario though. That way you can get a better understanding for that. All right, so we're in the grass now, and this is probably gonna look really dumb to a lot of people, and I'm sorry for that. This is one of the easiest ways to learn how to balance though, and you might even get embarrassed doing it in front of your yard or your friends or whatever the case is, but at least you are doing it for practice, and eventually you will get better. So you're gonna hop on the board, feet are on the bolts, so bolts, gonna have them there, and what I like to do is I'll just jump like this, but you're gonna kind of jump up and down like that. That way you know where the bolts are at all times. And then eventually you're gonna start being able to go like this and land on bolts. Again, practice that over and over again because that'll kind of figure out how you're gonna land for doing, say, ollies. That'll help teach you that. But it also helps just teach balance in general. What's great about doing this is you can also go the opposite direction and go like this. And just go back and forth, different directions. And you want to try to land bolts every single time, and that'll kind of help teach your balance for the board. It's not a perfect way to do it, but it does help. The next way is go ahead and try to start practice pushing. There are technically two ways you can push for regular. There is regular, and there's also Mongo regular. You do not want to push Mongo. A lot of people hate on you for pushing Mongo. You want to push regular. I will show you what Mongo looks like for the people that are curious. But again, that is a no-no. A lot of people hate that in the skate community, and a lot of people make fun of you for it. If you push Mongo, I'm completely cool with it. You're still skating. That's all that matters to me. I personally do not care if you push Mongo, but regular is the way to go, so people don't give you a bunch of crap. I'll be honest. So here's regular. When you push like this for balance purposes, you're not gonna get on the board. You're just pushing the board to roll, so you can figure out what it feels like for that. And then once you get comfortable with it just rolling around like that, then you can go ahead and start working on putting your back foot on. So here's regular. You're gonna kind of push around like this. That's kind of how you're gonna do that. Just keep pushing over and over. A driveway is a perfect spot to do this. So if you have a driveway at home, go do it in your driveway. If you have a sidewalk, go do it on the sidewalk. Don't do it in the streets, because streets are pretty dangerous, but definitely do this on the sidewalk. That's where I'm at. I'm actually at one of my local parks here. It's a really pretty place to be, and I really like the area, so figured why not film here today. Definitely practice in your driveway or on a sidewalk, safest place possible, just to start rolling. And you're gonna do that over and over again. I'll show you a couple more times what it's gonna look like, and then I'll show you the Mongo way, which is, again, don't do this one, but I'll show you that way too. A lot of people are gonna be really scared to even lift their foot off the ground, so it might even look like this. It'll probably look like that a lot. And that's okay. That's completely okay. You're still learning your balance. If you notice, that doesn't really look that good, and that's why a lot of people don't like skating Mongo. So again, try not to do that. If you do, it's okay, but try not to. Now let's go ahead and try to put our foot on the board. I'm gonna try to pretend like I've never skated before, because that way it's more relatable for y'all. Because if you see somebody else struggling like you're like, oh, I get it now. But I'll do my best to kind of like pretend like I'm a new skater. That way I can be more relatable to y'all. Another thing that I noticed that I was doing was I was leaning a little too far forwards. Don't lean too far forwards. If you do lean too far forwards, you will actually end up going forwards if you hit a rock or a crack. You kind of want to have like a perfect center balance between forwards and backwards. So you're probably gonna be sitting more straight up, but go ahead and bend your legs a little bit. That'll help. Don't stand with your knees locked, because if you have your knees locked, then one, you could hyperextend your knee and that would hurt a lot, or two, pass out from having your knees locked for too long. So just kind of keep your knees bent and just push around, and then try to work on putting that back foot on. You will probably fall a lot too, that's okay. Also use an incline. I have a perfect incline over here that I'm gonna use here in a second, and this will help teach you how to roll without pushing. But use your driveway incline, use your sidewalk incline, use anywhere that's got like a small incline, not crazy, like your local skate park might have a crazy incline. Don't use those. Use something small just to help start you off, and then you can start going crazy and go for the bigger stuff. All right, so here is this small incline. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you roll down it. If you noticed, I went ahead and started to put my foot down to try and slow myself down. That is gonna help you a lot too. You don't wanna just slam your foot, because that will actually grab your foot and pull it back and might cause you to fall off. You just wanna kinda like tap your foot a little bit, tap it lightly, and then drag it across the ground. I'll show you another way that you can do it with your toe. This is one of the ways that I do it all the time. I never pop my board up, because that'll give me razor tail. It's always like the toe of my shoe that hangs off that'll touch the ground. So say I'm going really fast down a hill and I wanna slow down. What I do is I'll have my front foot normal. My back foot actually does that right there. I'll have my back foot just come off the edge like this, and it'll slide across the ground like that. That gives me the perfect amount of weight to where I still have enough board control, balance on the board, and it's perfect to slow down like this. I don't want to do this because that'll create razor tail. I don't want to completely take my foot off the board and just go like this, because it might stop and grab this foot and pull back. Those are both several good ways to stop. If you do have your foot stopping like that, or if you use your toe to drag, they're both pretty good ways. I just prefer to do the toe way. It does ruin shoes faster, but it saves the board a little bit longer, and I don't know, I prefer my boards to last longer than my shoes. Usually isn't the case. Usually I go through boards quite a bit. My shoes last me about 3 months or so, but you know, it happens. Now that you've practiced this over and over again, and you practice on your sidewalk or in your driveway, and you practice on an incline, you've done your balance tricks, now let's go ahead and put it all together and actually start riding. So again, step 1, find your stance. Step 2, find your balance. Step 3, figure out how to push. Step 4, put your foot on the board. that kind of rhymes. And then step 5, put it all together, and you'll be good from there. I guess you can also include stopping for step 5, and then step 6 would be putting it all together. But usually I like to bail first for step 5 instead of stopping. I just fall. It hurts, but you know, it's a good way to stop. Just hurts a little bit. Now that y'all practice all that and you put it all together, you've done steps 1 through 5, let's go ahead and do it together. I'm gonna put it all together and I'm gonna show you what it looks like going down a hill again. You'll be super smooth once you start doing this daily. Actually, if you do this every single day, I guarantee you'll notice progress like the 3rd day, 4th day, maybe 5th day, depending on how often you do this. But I guarantee you will notice something different about your skating whenever you start doing this more and more and more. So again, just practice this over and over and over, and then just do it. So let's do it. So I'm gonna put my foot on the board, I'm gonna push off, put my foot on the board, and roll away. Once you get used to pushing around like that and you have your balance set, then you can go and start working on picking up your board and doing kind of like a tic-tac. Tic-tacs actually help quite a bit on figuring out how your board is controlled and how to start turning without stopping, I guess is what I'm looking for. And it also helps pick up speed so you don't have to push. But this is what a tic-tac looks like. I'm gonna be on the board, just pushing, and I'm actually gonna lift up the board and do this. And that'll help teach you how to turn around like this, or turn the other way like that. I don't want to say that's an advanced thing to do, but it is a little bit more advanced than just you pushing around, and it might take a little bit longer to learn the balance for that. But you just kind of do a weight transfer, and you'll put more weight on your back foot and lift up on your front foot just a tiny little bit. You kind of want to be light on your feet. That's the whole thing about skateboarding. You don't want to be heavy. There's a lot of things that just being light on your feet will do. So just try to remember that. And this works with ollies, kick flips, heel flips, any trick basically. You don't want to land super hard. You just want to be light. I probably won't go into too crazy details on how to do the weight transfer. That's going to be something that you're going to have to practice on your own, but work on just balancing on the board in general, and then you can start working on everything else that I taught you in the video. Something else that you can do too is put it in the grass. If you want to start learning the weight transfer, just put it in the grass and just do this. So just do that and try to manual without hitting the grass, and then I'll teach you how much weight you need on your back foot and how much weight you need on your front foot. And then you can also like start trying to turn in grass like that. Another cool thing is you can do that on carpet too. All right, I think that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps teach you how to skate a little bit. Again, this is for all the beginners out there that have never skated and do not even know how to get on a board yet. And there's one person that asked me about the video, and I will go ahead and include you in the video. But thank you all for watching. If you do like content and you wanna see more like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you do like it, hit the like button, obviously, duh. And leave me some feedback. If you have any comments, anything that I need to do better, leave them down below. Or if you wanna see another video, just let me know. I will be doing a pop shove it video next and an ollie video after that one. So I'm answering y'all's comments with videos, and I hope that they help y'all. I know it's not gonna help everybody out there, and there are far better videos on YouTube, but I hope that you'll enjoy my personality in general, because I am kind of a goofy person and I like to film, so I hope y'all enjoy them. But that's gonna be it. So y'all stay awesome, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.